Michael Lettman never thought I'd try this, but I think I'm going to speak about how I feel about the coronavirus. To think that a virus that got created at the end of 2019 ended up becoming a threat to the real world. It looks like that virus made it look like that my negative thoughts are becoming real. An end of the world crisis that everything is looking like when I first saw it. Life has become interrupted as we know it, and many of us are locked up in our locations. But what can we do? This virus is strong, all-powerful, and I feel like it has a mind of its own, unleashing a diabolical plan ready to infect every human on the planet and make sure it wipes out every single human on Earth until the Earth is empty with no populations, and it will just be filled with many, many dead bodies lying around everywhere, and every single human on Earth will be up there in heaven. Sorry I said all of that. But that's what it looks like when I first saw it. A real end of the world crisis, and I've been feeling bad about the cases and the deaths. I'm really sorry to hear. I feel sorry for the many victims. And I feel sorry about those who didn't mean to create the virus, whoever it was, or whoever they were, or whatever. It wasn't anyone's fault. But the virus somehow got created, and it became an end of the world crisis. Well, that's what it looks like. But no, technically, the coronavirus became an pandemic, a crisis, which has been tough for everybody. I feel bad for those that have been bored, locked up in their locations. I feel bad for many of them. I know some people are doing okay, taking their time with their patients, and see what will happen at the end. But even if life did go back to normal, I have a feeling that many changes are going to happen. Like, some people have to get used to wearing masks 24/7. There'll be social distancing. Let me fix that. Social distancing. Yeah. And I feel bad that because of this virus, my favorite transportation has been polluted. Yeah. Not much people ride my favorite transportation anymore. And any people that have been abandoned, if you know what I mean, kind of polluted my favorite transportation. I've been feeling bad for NTA, New York City Transits. Correction, NTA, New York City Transit. And I feel bad for my trains. I hope at the end my trains will be clean again and I can ride them again. I hope. But we'll see what happens. If life did go back to normal, I wonder how long we wear masks and the social distancing thing. I feel like that might happen for the rest of our lives. Or some people might ignore it or something. And we'll see what happens. I know the virus won't completely disappear the moment life goes back to normal, but what can you do? If it does manage to disappear, I know people are still gonna get curious about a sudden spike if we're not too careful. I'm just gonna hope we all look forward to when life goes back to normal. Something tells me 2020 didn't turn out good as we hoped, or as I hoped, when I said a few prayers. Yeah, I said it. Prayers. Most people do that before a new year. I feel bad for 2020. It was a leap year, and it turned into a disaster due to what happened at the end of 2019 when a virus got created. That became an end of the world pandemic. Sorry, that became a pandemic. That's it. A life-interrupting pandemic. And I really felt bad for Disability Awareness Month. It got interrupted by the virus. I was looking forward to many events. Oh. I think I should say... I think I should say Autism Awareness Month. Disability Awareness Month or Autism Awareness Month. You know what I mean. April was a special month for many people with disabilities as well as the autistic community. I was looking forward to many events related to autism awareness, but never got the chance because the virus. You have to get used to it. And I know there have been virtual events. A few of them managed to cheer me up a bit, but I really felt bad for the month. And I'm hoping in 2021, I'm sure life will be back to normal by then. I hope. But I have a feeling some changes are going to happen by that new year. A lot of people are going to hope that life continues to be normal and make up for many things that's been missed out. Many areas that have been closed. Many events that are supposed to be happening. Yeah, many things. Including the school years. And I'm doing okay. I've been attending my college program through virtual, virtual college programs, speaking to my mentors, being with my classmates and everything. We're doing okay. And me and my family are doing alright as well. I know there'll be some survivors after this pandemic, but a lot of victims that have lost their lives, and I really feel bad for them. I'm happy to hear some people managed to survive from the virus, and I'm happy that some people didn't. That's bad. I know this is worse than 9/11. I'm hoping in 2021 there'll be a special dedication to the many victims that lost their lives. They did it for 9/11. Some people got dedicated, the victims. So I'm hoping the coronavirus victims become dedicated and will not be forgotten. Because it's more deaths than 9/11. It really looks real from my negative thoughts. The population decreasing. But one good thing out of it, the earth is becoming clean. I think I've heard and seen through research that there have been clean waters, clear air. Not much pollution by us humans. That's good news for nature. That's good news for nature. Well, that's good news for the earth. It's happy it's becoming clean with many of us locked up. The moment life goes back to normal, I hope we learn something from it. And I'm hoping the autistic community is doing okay with their families. I'm sure those that have to attend school, like the autistic children, are doing okay through the internet, virtual learning. And I'm hoping for many autistic adults out there. Like many recent people, I'm sure a lot of people like the autistic community have lost their jobs. Millions of people have lost their jobs. And I would feel even a little worse if I hear much that autistic adults have lost their jobs. I'm sure some did, some didn't. Like the many million people that are now jobless. When life goes back to normal, I'm hoping a lot of people will get their jobs back. Or search for new jobs if they get the chance. But, again, get their jobs back. I know people need the money. They need to work and need money. I know that. And learning how some autistic adults are unemployed or underemployed, I hope many people that are jobless understand that feeling now. That autistic adults need to work like they need to work. If you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. Like many people are saying right now in a good positive way, unlike me, my apologies. The end of the pandemic will come and we will get through this. And Michael Lettman, hopes that all of you understands that. Just like I'm also hoping that me and my family members and everyone that I've known in my life shall survive from this pandemic. And I shall feel bad for the many victims that have lost their lives. And hopefully they'll be dedicated in 2021. And life will continue to go on with a few different changes due to the virus, whether or not it disappears. And hopefully we'll learn our lesson about the earth becoming cleaner than it needs to be. This is Michael Lettman saying, I hope we get through this as the survivors of the coronavirus. That is all.